Have you ever stopped to think about what it might be like to be a tree? You're rooted in one spot for hundreds or even thousands of years, bearing witness to the relentless march of time, the very definition of patience. Yet there's a darker side to this existence that many don't consider. Being a tree is a fate worse than death for some. Here's why. Welcome back, everyone. Here you're about to explore the darker side of nature where trees silently suffer. Viewer discretion is advised for this video, as some of this content may be offensive or disturbing. We, the makers of this video, in no way support or condone the actions of the subjects featured. The dark side of being a tree. The loneliness of the long-lived. Imagine being immortal, watching generations come and go while you remain unchanged. This is the reality for many trees who live for hundreds or even thousands of years. While some may find solace in the continuity of seasons and the cyclical nature of life, others are consumed by an aching loneliness. As centuries pass, the trees become silent observers of the world around them, witnessing the joys and sorrows of humanity from a detached perspective. The absence of companionship can be a heavy burden, leading some trees to pine for the connections they can no longer experience. In their silent wisdom, they yearn for something more, a release from their eternal solitude. Why? Being a tree could be the worst existence trapped in place. A tree's existence is marked by an unwavering connection to its roots, literally stuck in one place for its entire life. A tree cannot roam, explore, or seek new experiences. Unlike animals who can migrate or change habitats, trees are confined to their location. Storms, floods, and even tsunamis may come and go, but the tree remains steadfastly rooted in place. This lack of mobility can be a source of great frustration and despair, especially when a tree witnesses the wider world changing around it without being able to participate in those changes. Rooted in regret, the hardships of a tree's life. Picture yourself tethered to one spot, unable to move, speak, or even defend yourself. That's the harsh reality for trees, especially when they're targeted by humans. Trees are often seen as passive and helpless, an attitude that can lead to their mistreatment. People may chop down trees for various reasons, such as expanding cities or clearing land for agriculture. Additionally, trees are susceptible to diseases and insect infestations, which can weaken and deform them over time. Despite their strength and resilience, trees can experience a lot of pain and suffering throughout their lives. Life is a tree, silent witness 2 times cruelty. Imagine being unable to escape the passage of time, witnessing both joy and sorrow, love and loss, hope and despair, all while remaining rooted in one place. A tree's existence is marked by an intimate connection with the natural world. They feel the warmth of the sun on their leaves, the caress of the wind through their branches, and the life-giving touch of rain on their bark. However, trees also bear witness to the darker aspects of nature, such as the destructive power of storms, the devastation of wildfires, and the slow decay of their own fallen brethren. When nature's majestic canopy becomes a burden, the struggles of trees. Trees play a vital role in our ecosystem, producing oxygen and absorbing carbon dioxide. However, they also face challenges such as limited access to resources, competition with other plants, and the constant threat of being cut down. In urban areas, trees struggle to survive in polluted environments and contend with invasive species. Despite these hardships, trees continue to persevere, adapting and evolving over time. The hidden struggles of trees. Why life on Earth can be a nightmare. Trees may seem like stoic, unfeeling organisms, but they're capable of experiencing a range of emotions, including fear. When faced with threats such as deforestation or extreme weather events, trees can exhibit stress-induced behaviors such as closing their leaves or altering their growth patterns. Moreover, trees are susceptible to physical damage from human activities such as logging or urbanization. Despite these challenges, trees continue to thrive in diverse environments around the world. From seedling to suffering, the harsh reality of tree existence, a tree's journey begins as a tiny seedling, a vulnerable stage that sets the tone for a life of constant struggle. From the moment it sprouts, the seedling faces adversity, competing for sunlight, water, and nutrients against established plants and weathered trees. As it grows, the tree faces the threat of being uprooted by storms, droughts, or floods. Even the changing seasons bring their own challenges, from the scorching heat of summer to the freezing cold of winter. Throughout its life, the tree must endure, adapting and persevering in the face of these relentless challenges. Trapped in silence, the unseen pain of being a tree. Imagine being trapped in a prison of your own making, unable to speak or move, forced to endure whatever fate has in store for you. That's the reality for trees who are rooted in place and unable to communicate their pain or suffering, whether it is the gradual decay of their roots or the agonizing slowness of being consumed by a forest fire. Trees are at the mercy of their environment. Their silence can be deceiving, as they may appear still and passive, but beneath their stoic exteriors lies a world of pain and torment. Why some trees wish they were never born. An exploration of tree life. The decision to end one's life is a complex and deeply personal one, and it's not something that should be taken lightly. However, when we expand our perspective to include non-human entities like trees, the question of whether they might wish to end their lives becomes a fascinating area of exploration. Trees, like all living things, are subject to the whims of nature and can experience a range of emotions, including fear, pain, and sadness. When a tree faces a threat, such as an impending storm or an infestation of harmful insects, it can exhibit stress-induced behaviors, such as closing its leaves or altering its growth patterns. These behaviors suggest that trees have a limited ability to protect themselves against the adversities they encounter. The trees lament. Understanding the misery of rooted existence? Rooted existence is a poetic way of describing the feeling of being stuck, unable to move forward or break free from one's circumstances. It's a metaphor that resonates with anyone who feels trapped, whether physically, emotionally, or creatively. Just as a tree is anchored to the earth by its roots, so too can we sometimes feel anchored by the responsibilities, relationships, or situations that define our lives. This can lead to a sense of powerlessness and despair, making it difficult to envision a different future. However, understanding the nature of rooted existence can be the first step towards breaking free from the limitations it imposes and creating a life that is more fulfilling and true to one's aspirations. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please share it with your friends and family and let us know what you think in the comments below.